She didn't change your mind, you changed your focus. The second she feels your attention slip, the game flips. And now she's the one watching every move you make. Welcome to Echoes of Stoicism. I'm your host, channeling that straight, no sugar style you came for. Today, we're breaking down what really happens in a woman's mind when she realizes you're no longer hooked. If you want grounded psychology, clean strategy, and zero drama, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe, tap the bell, and drop calm over chaos in the comments if you're ready for peace over chasing. 1. The quiet panic. What she feels but won't say. When a woman senses you slipping away, it doesn't always start with fireworks or screaming fights. It begins with something much quieter, panic. And the funny thing about panic is it rarely shows up with sirens. It hides behind her pride, behind casual "I'm fine" text, behind the silence you can't quite read. But deep inside, she's scrambling. See, most women get used to being pursued from an early age. They're used to men orbiting around them like moths circling a lamp, compliments, quick replies, that eager tone every time she calls. These things create a rhythm she comes to expect. So, when you start to slow down, when your replies don't fly back within minutes, when the compliments stop rolling in, that rhythm breaks. And when it breaks, she panics. At first, she doesn't admit it, not even to herself. She tells her mind he's just busy. He's tired, it's work. She looks for excuses that soften the sting. But as hours turn into days and the energy doesn't bounce back, the thought starts nagging louder. What if it's not work? What if it's me? That's when she replays everything, every little laugh, every time you lit up at her texts, every night you stayed up talking. She starts scanning her memory like a detective, looking for the missing clue. She wed to a needs to know when exactly she lost her grip. And this overthinking doesn't let her rest. She can be out with friends, smiling for pictures, but in her head, she's circling the same question. Why does he feel different? Now here's the truth most men miss. This panic isn't always about losing you as a person. It's often about losing the control she once had over your emotions. She's not only afraid of you moving on, she's terrified of her power fading, because power, attention, validation, your energy is what feeds her ego. And when that supply cuts off, the crash is real. How do you see this panic? It's subtle. A sudden "hey" text late at night, random questions she doesn't need to ask. A picture she sends out of nowhere. On the surface it looks casual. Underneath it's her way of checking your pulse. And your best move. Stay steady. Don't punish. Don't play hard to get in a childish way. Simply keep your life full and your replies calm. She'll feel the shift more in your peace than in any speech you could give. And that calm brother is the very thing that makes her panic louder in her own mind. To the tests, do I still pull him? When panic sits in her chest long enough, she doesn't just sit with it. She needs proof. Not proof that you love her, not proof that you're the one. No. What she's really hunting for is proof that she still holds influence over you, that her presence can still bend your emotions, and the way she looks for that proof is through tests. Now, most of these tests won't be obvious. They won't come wrapped in big dramatic fights. They sneak in quietly, disguised as casual gestures. A random message pops up. Hey, remember that time we went to that little cafe? Or maybe she sends you a selfie, one that looks natural but took 10 tries in the mirror. These aren't innocent acts. They're small probes, little experiments to see if you'll still light up the V who you once did. And pay attention, it's not about the word she uses. It's about the timing, the subtle pull. She'll bring up old inside jokes because she knows they used to make you smile. If you melt and laugh like old times, she breathes easier. If you stay cool and move on, her chest tightens. Social media is another stage where these tests play out. Suddenly, she's posting more stories, more pictures, more living my best life clips. None of it is random. The hair, the angle, the crowd in the background, all chosen with care. She's not just sharing her life, she's waiting to see if you'll swipe up, leave a comment, or drop a like, because your reaction tells her if she still lives in your head. Sometimes the test is verbal. She'll slip another man's name into conversation. Oh, my co-worker was so helpful today. She watches your face like a hawk. If your tone sharpens or your energy shifts, she silently celebrates. Got him. He still cares. But if you stay calm, if you don't even blink, she feels her control sliding away. Here's the kicker. Every test she throws your way carries the same hidden question. Do I still matter? Do I still own space in your emotions? And the trap most men fall into is answering that question with too much energy. They reply, too fast, too long, too warm. They get pulled back into the orbit without even realizing it. So what do? You don't fight, you don't play games, you don't need to act cold. You just stay steady. Respond when you want, not when you're forced. Keep it short, clear, polite. Don't overcompensate. Don't underplay. Just show through your calm that you're not living for her approval anymore. Because here's the truth. Her tests aren't about love. They're about control. And the moment you stop reacting like a puppet, the strings stop working. That's when she realizes the old tricks don't move you anymore. And that realization unsettles her more than anything else. 3. The performed indifference. Mask on, heart racing. When her tests don't give her the comfort she's searching, G4. She flips to another move, acting like she doesn't care. And trust me, this one's common. She'll mask her panic with pride, try to bury her confusion under an I'm good attitude. On the surface, she looks untouchable. Inside, she's restless. You'll see it in her behavior. Suddenly, she's posting pictures with captions like, just focusing on me or good vibes only. Her stories might show her out laughing, dancing, surrounded by people. It looks like she's thriving. But if you zoom out, you'll notice something. The timing. She wasn't posting like this before you pulled back. Now it's a show. And here's the truth. Real indifference doesn't need an audience. She'll stop texting first, not because she doesn't want to, but because she wants you to think she doesn't need to. She'll purposely leave you on red, stretch out, replies, maybe even mirror your slower energy, trying to make you second, guesses yourself. All of this is theater, a shield to protect her pride from the sting of rejection. But underneath, she's watching. Every story she posts, she checks if you viewed it. Every silence she gives, she waits to see if you'll break it. The performance isn't for her, it's for you. She's trying to control the narrative. Look at me. I'm fine. I don't need you. But the very effort to prove it betrays her. Most men fall into this trap. They see her sudden indifference, panic themselves, and chase harder to fix things. They drown her inbox with long paragraphs or try to match her show with their own. That's exactly what she wants. Your reaction, because reaction equals proof, your best response. Don't chase shadows. Don't compete with her performance. Stay steady. Keep your energy focused on your life, your health, your goals, your craft. Answer when you want, not when she's baiting you. Respect her space, but don't let her silence shake you. Here's the paradox. When you do, don't react. Her I don't care act starts to crack. Because it was never real indifference, only a mask. And when masks slip, truth shows. Deep down, she's unsettled by the idea that you really might have moved on. That thought alone keeps her awake even while she's trying to convince the world she's already over you. 4. The jealousy triggers. Oldest card in the deck. When the mask of indifference doesn't bring you back, she pulls out a move as old as human nature, jealousy. And let's be real, jealousy works on most men. It hits that primal nerve, makes them feel they're losing ground to another. That's why she plays this card. At first it's subtle. She'll casually mention a male co-worker who really gets her, or she'll talk about a friend who complimented her. She's not pouring out details. She doesn't need to. Just dropping a name, planting a seed, and watching your reaction. If your tone shifts or your expression changes, she knows she's still got leverage. If subtle doesn't work, she turns up the heat. Suddenly, her social media looks different. More nights out, pictures where other men are in the frame. A photo with her leaning just a bit too close. A tag that hints at male company. None of it is random. Every image is calculated to poke at your ego. Sometimes the jealousy play is direct. She flirts in front of you, laughs harder at another guy's jokes, lights up when someone else enters the room. She's not doing it because she's deeply interested in those men. No, it's all about you. She wants to see if she can still spark jealousy in you, still make you feel like you're at risk of being replaced. Here's the key. Jealousy is rarely about love. It's about control. If she truly moved on, she wouldn't care whether you noticed her with other men or not. The fact that she's putting it in your line of sight means it's aimed at you. It's her last attempt to tug your emotions back into her orbit. Most men fail here. They lash out, question her, demand explanations, and in doing so, they hand her the very proof she was looking for. I still have power over him. Your best move, stay calm. Don't let her stage provoke you. If you're committed, set boundaries with clarity. If you're not, then don't bite. Indifference is your shield. The moment she sees that her attempts don't shake, that jealousy card loses its magic. And when it fails, it cuts into her. Pride making her wonder if she's truly lost her grip on you. 5. The desperate chase. When fear beats pride, when panic, tests, masks, and jealousy all fail, something shifts. Pride takes a backseat to fear, and she enters the phase most men never expect, the desperate chase. And understand this isn't her natural role. Most women are used to being chased, not chasing. So when she starts pursuing, it means she feels something slipping away that she can't afford to lose. You'll notice the changes quickly. Where her texts used to be short and casual, now they're longer, warmer, sometimes even emotional. She checks in on your day, asks questions she never bothered with before, and tries to pull intimacy back through conversation. She suddenly makes herself more available. If she once had no time, now she's free whenever you are. If she used to keep you waiting, now she's waiting on you. Her actions might even turn physical. She may initiate affection more than before, send flirty pictures, or bring intimacy forward as a way to reel you back. To you, it feels like she's finally realizing your value. But in reality, it's often survival. She doesn't want to lose her position in your life, and this chase is her last shot at regaining it. Sometimes she'll use vulnerability as bait. She may open up about fears, insecurities, or struggles, hoping to awaken your protective side. She knows if she can trigger your instinct to care, she still has a way back in. But here's where men get caught. They mistake this sudden effort for genuine change. They believe she's for inly chosen them wholeheartedly, but more often than not, it's not love, it's fear of losing, control. It's ego, not devotion. Your move. Don't rush. Let time prove whether this effort is real or just desperation. Slow is safe. If she truly respects and values you, her consistency will show beyond the moment of panic. If it's just fear, she'll eventually burn out and return to her old patterns once she feels secure again. 6. Acceptance and respect. When control breaks, clarity enters. When all else fails, panic, tests, masks, jealousy, even the desperate chase, something bigger sets in. Acceptance. And this is where the entire game changes, because acceptance, though painful for her, carries something rare. Respect. At first, it doesn't look like respect. It feels like silence. She stops texting so much. The flashy posts fade. The games quiet down. To many men, this feels like she's done. But look closer. It's not always about giving up. It's about realizing you're different. You didn't fold under pressure. You didn't crawl back when tested. You didn't react when baited. You stood your ground. And women, whether they admit it or not, respect that deeply. Because in their world, most men break. Most men chase when threatened. Most men flinch at silence. But when you don't, you separate yourself from the crowd. You become the standard she didn't expect. In this stage, her tone shifts. When she does reach out, it's less entitled, less arrogant, more genuine. She may ask about your life in a curious way, not to manipulate, but to understand. She may not even come back, but even if she walks, she carries the certainty at respect with her. You become the man she remembers, not because you begged, but because you refused to bend. And here's the beauty. Respect cannot be demanded. It can't be faked. It's earned. Earned by staying calm, holding your line, and valuing your peace over her approval. That respect may not always bring her back, but it leaves a mark. She'll never forget the man she couldn't control. So, here's the bottom line. When a woman realizes you've lost in rest, her mind doesn't just shrug and move on. It runs through a storm of panic tests, fake indifference, jealousy plays, desperate chasing, and finally acceptance. Each stage tells you something about her, psychology, but it also reveals something about you. Because how you respond in each moment decides whether you stay in control or lose yourself in the game. See, most men crack at the first sign of panic. She gets distant. They get nervous. And suddenly, they're pouring their heart out in paragraphs, chasing, begging for attention. Others fall at the test, replying too fast, showing too much emotion, proving she still has a grip on their feelings. Some get hooked by the jealousy card, exploding in anger or doubling their effort to win her back. And when she finally puts on the I don't care mask, most men panic again, running back into her arms just to feel safe. But here's the truth, and it's not sweet. It's sharp. The man who reacts at every stage never earns respect. He might win her, back for a while. He might get her, attention temporarily. But deep down, she knows he's fragile. She knows she can bend him whenever she wants. And respect cannot live in that space. Now, flip the script. Imagine you don't flinch. Imagine you don't rush to explain yourself. Don't jump at every test. Don't spiral at every silence. You keep calm. You hold steady. You let her go through her cycle without letting it drag you off your center. What happens then? She learns something new. That you're not like the others. That your peace isn't for sale. That you can love her, want her, even cherish her. But you won't let her control you. And brother, that's when respect is born. Real respect. The kind that doesn't come from begging, but from discipline. The kind that makes her rethink not just the relationship, but the kind of man you are. She may come back, she may not. But either way, you walk out with your dignity intact. And dignity is worth more than any temporary attention. So don't chase validation. Don't dance to every test. Don't hand over your calm. Let her world spin if it must. But keep your ground. Because at the end of it all, the man who can walk away with peace is the man she never forgets. If this video hit home for you, type calm over chaos in the comments. Let me know which stage you've seen the most. Panic, testing, fake indifference, jealousy, desperate chase, or acceptance. I read every single one. And before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the bell icon, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it today. The more men who learn this truth, the less they'll waste chasing storms that were never theirs to calm. Stay strong, stay steady,